Hey guys, I hope everybody is super well. I wanted to come on really quickly because I haven't really talked a lot about the awakening process. And I just kind of wanted to take some time to do that. And I feel like YouTube is an excellent platform for me to share that information. I had a podcast dedicated like specifically to that and my spiritual journey. Um, Anyway, so the past few days, Spirit has really been telling me to make sure I don't lose sight of my purpose, what my focus is, and whatnot. And so I'm like, what? So anyway, of course, me being the intuitive that I am, and listening to nature and my spirit guides and the angels and the divine. Um, Clarity comes all the time from many different sources, right? I say sources, I mean like information, articles, people, these things. Anyway, so I was guided today to this video. I can't even think of the young man's name, but I certainly did follow him because I have binge watched probably like 3 or 4 of his videos today. And I recently, just now, actually previously, made a post, 121 on the clock, made a post, angel number, about just some moments of clarity, some things that I had seen on some of his videos or whatever. And so I wanted to come on and just talk about awakening. So for those of you who don't know, awakening is just clarity, right? It is becoming aware and growing in a higher consciousness. And oftentimes, when we begin this awakening process, it is jolting. A lot of times, I feel like a lot of times people are labeled as having mental health issues. Because why? Because people who are still unawakened don't really understand what's going on, and they don't understand how to explain it to these people what it is that they're experiencing. You have a few doctors of Western medicine who understand what it is, but they still don't know how to walk you through it. So awakening, like I said, it's just becoming aware and growing in a higher consciousness, right? So it is when you start to notice and question. It's when you start growing in consciousness and you're starting to question things like, why is this that way? Or could that have a deeper meaning? Or does my life have a deeper meaning? Or what is more fulfilling? You see, I got the little bears out because I really was going to do the love readings, and I think I still am. But I just wanted to come on and speak about this really quickly. Anyway, um, so yeah, that can be a jolting experience, right? People will look at you like, what is wrong with you? Like it's something wrong with you. But the thing is, in order for you to awaken, for you to enlighten and to lighten, I really feel like it's a process of lightening, like growing towards elevating, growing towards the light, away from the darkness. And it's so many things in our lives, our day-to-day lives, that is considered normal, that is negative or has a negative impact or effect on us. But because it is normal and it's because it's what we're used to, we don't really realize the impact of it, right? Until we start to release it. So what tends to happen when you are experiencing this is things come up from your past. um, I definitely experienced some psychic flashbacks, which I know now were to make me aware of certain trauma that I was holding that I was not aware of, and some things that I was aware of but had just suppressed and repressed. Right? It's been a mix of a lot of things. So as that happens, you start to purge these things so that you can release them, right, and walk in divine light and divine truth. And so I was looking at this video today of Kanye, and I really wanted to use him as an example because it's like I see it so clearly in him. When he first started speaking about the clarity that he was gaining, people dismissed him. They immediately shipped him to a hospital, drugged 444 on the clock right now, drugged him up. Let's keep it real, because he walked out the hospital looking like a zombie, which is what they tend to do. Like, let's just get this person back to normal. Um, and hopefully he'll forget about this and move on, right? But I feel like what we saw and we witnessed was him going through the stages of purging, where he cried about thinking about aborting his daughter North. That was him releasing guilt. Ooh, goosies. That was him releasing his guilt. So you may experience something like that where things are coming up that you felt like you had moved on from. It could even be past relationships, negative relationships. All of a sudden you're crying and you're sad over someone that you haven't talked to in a really long time, or that you haven't connected to in a really long time. These things are coming up, and as they are coming up, it is for you to purge them so that you can be lighter, right? So you can shift your focus. Um, what else happens when you're awakening? And I talked about these on my podcast, but I recently switched the way that I do my podcast, so I'm not even sure if the content is still there. But if you guys look on my playlists on this YouTube channel, you'll see my podcast episodes. So it's quite a few of them in there that are really detailing where I went through and really wrote it all out. But it's so funny. It's not funny. It's kind of sad to me because I feel like people want to hear what they want to hear. And even if it's negative, they like, keep feeding me the negativity. Keep feeding me this bullshit. Like, because it's what they're comfortable with. It's what they're used to, right? So when you're offering something to someone that is, one, against the norm, that is going to be for their growth, there's usually some resistance there, which perfect example, when we are breaking these patterns, we're removing these chains and these limitations, because it's requiring us to step out of our comfort zone. There is like almost a reflexive pull to like want to hold on to it, want to grasp onto what it was that was keeping us there, right? Because it's our familiarity. It's what is comfortable, or what was comfortable for us. So I believe that's part of what we're seeing right now with Kanye saying he wants Kim back. You know, Venus is in retrograde. So we're looking at past relationships like, oh, that was good, knowing damn well. Basically, we are romanticizing the past, okay? Romanticizing the past, knowing that it wasn't the best situation for us. It wasn't an ideal romantic connection for us, right? And so I feel like it's something that he'll move through, he'll get over, he'll get past. But at the same time, this is just an example of what happens when we are purging, when we are awakening, right? When we are growing out of our old selves, shedding that old snake skin to become our new enlightened beings. I just really wanted to come on to invite you guys to look deeper at the meaning of so many things. So many things that we are forced down our throats in media, social media. I posted this just a moment ago. Celebrities. How many celebrities are in the game right now of alcohol? All of a sudden you want to sell wine. All of a sudden you got this liquor brand out. Because they know, I say they, I mean dark forces, which run Hollywood. Run Hollywood. They know that alcohol keeps your vibration low, right? So it's, if we have a celebrity pushing it, then people are going to want to buy it. Ciroc. I don't even know all the names. I don't even drink anymore. And it's literally like, as I started to awaken, just overnight, I just didn't want it. It's not because I didn't have it there. Like, I had alcohol in my house and woke up one day like, I'm going to have some wine. I could not stomach it. I could not stomach it. I'd already started healing and growing, and my body was just like, no, it did not want it for me. And so that's how I grew out of that. I evolved out of that. But it also helped me to clearly see what a hindrance alcohol was. Not even like a day-to-day function kind of drinking every day. It wasn't that. It's just that it just brought out things in me that were negative. It lowered your inhibitions in such a way that it affected your judgment, my judgment, right? And I say your because I know this is what alcohol does, okay? So of course the celebrities want to push that, because if your judgment is skewed, then you're going to be focused on materialism. You're going to be okay with all the sexual perversion. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. And I just really want to get this out, y'all, because I didn't write nothing down. All the sexual perversion that is forced our way. Even right now, Megan Thee Stallion, she just got her degree, right? And I just recently read a headline. I didn't read the article where she had to cancel a concert because her ticket sales were down. I feel like that's the divine working in her life, because there's so much more for her to do than for her to be on stage shaking her ass, right? Selling tickets to these concerts where she is promoting sexuality and perverse sexuality. Let's be clear. And I'm not saying that all sex is perverse, because that is not the truth. We are humans, so we are also sexual beings. However, that is not what you should be leading with, right? And then now she's got her degree, so I feel like the divine is making some shifts, creating some shifts in her life, because there's more for her to do than just shake her ass on the stage. Anyway, so remember, you heard that here first. So as things start to change in her life, you'll be like, oh, that's what Tiffany was saying. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to invite you guys to be open to hearing and receiving messages and information that don't necessarily align, or that may even contradict what it is that we've been taught to believe is normal. Not always, but most of the time, especially coming from Hollywood, media definitely wants to control the way you think, what you see, how you digest. It's all purposed, okay? And it is all agenda related, okay? So just be open to receiving those messages. I'm definitely going to, as I dig deeper, because I am, I am, honey. I believe Spirit knew that about me as well. That's why they've been on my ass so hard. But as I continue to do that, I'm definitely going to share more of what I see and what I learn. So just, I hope you guys are open to it. And even if you're not, the few that are and the few that see it, I believe it is with purpose that they saw it and that they received the message that is whatever it is that I had to put out, right? There's definitely more to tarot reading than telling you about your toxic ass ex. You know what I'm saying? You already know he's toxic anyway, or you already know she wasn't the one. But I'm gonna tell you that anyhow. We'll do love readings today, but at the same time, I know there's more to it than that, right? So just trust that there is purpose in everything. If you're looking for it, what your purpose is, or what the purpose of certain things are, keep looking. That's another example I was going to use. You have a lot of celebrities now pushing these fast food meals. Let's be honest. Fast food is bad for you. What you eat, what you ingest affects your body in a major way. A major way. It's designed to keep you hooked. It's designed to keep you craving, right? Because if I can keep you addicted to fast food, I can keep you having to treat diabetes. I can keep you having to treat obesity. So whose pocket is that going to line? Big Pharma. Big Pharma runs this country. And then because I can't lie to you, because we have not been eating healthily and living a healthy life like we should have been all along, because it's not what we've been taught, right? And because it's not what's readily available or made easiest for us. It's hard to get out of that unhealthy trap, right? To walk away from the conveniences of fast food, right? So I feel like healthy living is not as promoted as it should be. It's not as widely accepted as it should be, because it's difficult. It's a lot of work for us in our stay on the grind, keep moving, busy lives, right? But it has to become a matter of what it is that you want for yourself. Absolutely. Anyway, I'm just kind of going off of what comes up at this point. I'm definitely going to make more organized videos about this, and definitely plan to share with you guys a little bit more, probably about my journey, because there was a point where I had quite a bit of videos on my YouTube channel, but then I was like, okay, I'm on the wrong path, and I deleted all of them, and I regret that all the time. So I'm gonna release that regret, because here we go. I'm gonna just start over, right? I'm going to start over. I'm going to share my messages, share my truth, and hopefully it helps somebody. All right, guys. Bye-bye.